Here.
Morning, Kelly.
Good morning.
I've got my sister Sue here with me. I've sent you a message and I'll settle up after the class. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, that's good. That's great. That's lovely. Let me just move my things out the way. So I've just changed the class plan this morning. Oh, I like your picture, Chloe. That's excellent. I think it's beautiful. The painting on the wall.
Yeah, a friend of mine did it. It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. So today's class is all about listening to your body, because I've been doing some strong yoga, and I'd had another class planned with all sorts of stuff, and I'm just like, oh my god, I don't think I can do that this morning. And I thought, I've got to listen to it, haven't you, when it's telling you it doesn't want to do something. So we've got a new moon this week. The new moon's all about fresh intentions and tuning into your intuition. So I thought it'd be nice to work with our beautiful Chandra Namaskar, our moon sequence. So I hope that sounds nice to you. So if you might want to get a block or a book or something like that to rest your hands onto when we get there. But we're going to have a nice traditional start with a lovely activation, get in the zone, and then a nice chilled out, relaxing class. So I've been teaching some quite strong stuff, and it's good, but I just didn't feel like getting up this morning, if I'm honest. Do you think it's the dark mornings? It's really weird because I normally leap out of bed. Oh, good morning, Lynn. It's lovely to see you. Good morning, Lindsay. Good morning, Joy. Good morning, Chloe, and good morning, Chloe's sister. So welcome. We'll start off sat down, actually. I'll start you off in this lovely way that I've been doing. So just come to sit down, however you like. You can sit cross-legged, and just feel down into your sitting bones and get nicely grounded and earthed. Take a few slow, long breaths. Feel your spine lengthen as you breathe in. And just begin by rubbing your hands together. Create some warmth and some friction in the palms. Then just begin to pulse the hands. You might feel something, almost like a resistance between them. And then do it again. That's the hands too. And repeat that again. Begin to breathe in as the hands draw apart. Breathe out as they come closer together. Lifting the elbows as you breathe in and breathe out. And expanding the ribs on the in-breath. And that breath deep down into the lower parts of the lungs. And then turning the palms onto their side and just begin to make a bigger vein. Slowly begin to slowly. You might be hearing a bit of a hammering sound outside. I do apologise, the chap's come to do my rendering on my house. There we go. So just start to flow with that figure of eight. Allow it to take you wherever you need to go this morning. Stretch out your spine. And you can close your eyes and just flow with it. Feel the ground underneath your feet. You're just taking your hands around in those figure of eights. The figure of eight represents the infinity symbol, which reminds us of the interconnectedness of all things. How things reconnect, and sometimes we need to take a rest in order to feel fully full of vitality. So if you've been a bit busy recently, doing movements like this really helps to restore your energy. Let the figure of eight go up high, up above. Bring it down through one side. And then taking it into the other side as well. Stepping your feet closer together and let go of your figure of eight and just let your hands swing around, keeping them low to begin with. Allowing the movement to begin at the base of your spine. So it travels up from the base through the mid-thoracic, and then you can even turn your head as well. This releases latent energy for the practice. Releases tension, tiredness. We're going to start to let the arms lift up now. So that hands start to tap in around elbow level. And make your arms as loose and relaxed as possible. Coming now to the shoulder level. Give the opposite shoulder a tap. And it's a lovely way of letting go as well. And let the arms come up into the space above. And let the arms come back to home. Let your heels lift from the ground and allow your sternum to lift. So you feel lengthening in your spine, creating a bit of space. Let the arms lift up again. And give your knees a bend, so you're stretching out those quads, sinking down. Move as fast or as slow as you wish this morning. Listening to the body and responding to its needs. And come back to sleep. Your arms just stop on their own. Hands onto your hips, circle your hips a few times. And as you take your hips around, really press the soles of the feet down into the mat. Does that feel better? Begin to work with the shoulders, just circling one shoulder back and then the other. Allow the movement to come from the spine. So it's almost like you're taking the sternum forward. One side and then the other. And we're unraveling tension from the shoulders, from the chest. Mobilizing the shoulders. Lifting the elbows up into it now. So we're just taking the elbows up and back. That's it. And we're going to swing the arms through and underneath. Pressing your kidneys. And it's said the chi energy, the life force energy, is housed in the kidneys. So this is a really beautiful way to boost your body's energy. And then from here, we're going back to our figure of 8, where we started. This time, really tuning into it, tuning into sensation in the hands and the arms, feeling of the air. Then starting to lift that figure of 8 up through the midline of the body, through the heart center. Now, Drew Yoga is often referred to as the yoga of the heart. It's feelings of joyfulness, compassion, and it really helps us to value ourselves. And then make your way forward and down. Just create that figure of 8 either in front of your knees, your ankles. And then allow the figure of 8 just to become like a half moon shape. Like the new moon. And then begin to be still. Pause in your wide legged forward bend, let your head, your neck, your shoulders relax. And take a few long, slow breaths here in this forward bend. Lift up a tiny bit, keep your feet facing forward and sink down into the right foot. So you're stretching out the muscle on the inside of the left leg, the adductor muscle. Just taking some nice slow breaths here. Do not the other way and sink down. Through the midline and sink. And then coming back up to standing. Walk your feet back to hip distance. Place your feet so they're hip distance apart. You can close one eye and just line your fist between the two arches of your feet. And that gives you your approximate hip distance. So it gives you a nice strong foundation. Lift your toes up so your feet become really active and press down into the 4 corners of the feet. So the ball of the side of the ball of the foot, the other side and the heels. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, let your toes relax down onto the mat. Gently engaging the muscles in the legs as you gently lift the arches of the feet. Park your pelvis into neutral. So it's neither tipped forwards or backwards. Energy can flow up through your spine. Breathing in, allowing the sternum to lift. Now, circle, lift your shoulders and just circle them back. And just repeat that a few times, allowing them to find their way into their shoulder sockets. Allow the sternum to lift, lengthen your spine, and then placing your head in that perfect position. Crown of the head rises up. You're standing in your mountain pose, Uttadasana. And in stillness, steadiness in the body. You want to close your eyes for a moment and just tune in to what that feels like. Begin a gentle rocking, just allowing your weight to travel through the soles of the feet, keeping your core muscles lightly engaged. Then begin to circle around. Send the soles of the feet into the mat. If you feel that your toes are going to lift away, hook them down as if they're like claws, attaching it to the ground, to the earth. So we're earthing the body, becoming settled. The body comes to stillness. Refresh your core. And go back the opposite direction. Back to stillness. Breathe in, lift sternum, feel that length in your spine. And across the arms over in front. It's as though you're lifted by the elbows. Breathe in as you lift the arms up. Create softness in the shoulders, softness in the knees, and let your arms come down. Cross your right arm in front of your left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Left in front of right. And creating a circle in front. Opening the energetic heart center. So when our energy rises, it rises into that open space. You can close your eyes again. Tune into any sensations you might feel in the arms and hands. Aware of the center of the chest. Visualize that light. The light of the heart is traditionally a green light, and you can feel as though that green light is moving out from the center of the chest and creating a circle of light. You now pause with your arms up above your head. Reach up. Sternum lift, let your palms come together. Bring the wrist down just in front of the crown. Squeeze elbows together. We're going to sink down. So we're going to breathe in, bend the knees and stretch the arms up above the head. Keeping the knees over the feet. Breathe in as you bring the hands right back down in front of the heart. Now this time as we sink down, we're going to create the lotus mudra. So as you raise your hands up, you're going to keep your little fingers together and your thumbs together, and you're going to open your fingers up, stretching the fingers. So you're going to breathe in. Oh, it's going to go up through the midline. I was just trying to show you that's it. Breathe out, draw the hands down, closing that lotus. Breathing in, sinking down, opening, allowing yourself to be open to receive. Breathe out, guide down. Breathing in, you lift it. One more. This time as you raise the hands up, look up towards the back of the wrists. And then steadily looking forwards as the hands come down. Release your hands down by your sides. Your right palm come out in front of the navel, palm facing up. Take your left palm overhead. So you're going to stretch the sides of the body. Breathe in as you lengthen your spine, and then breathe out as you come over into a sideways stretch, keeping your right shoulder really relaxed. Breathe in as you lift up and circle the arms around. They breathe out, coming down into that sideways stretch. Using your exhalation to sink into it. Lift up as you breathe in, circle the arms. Breathe in to rise, and we're going to go back into it. Circle. And breathe out. Beautiful. Let your arms come down by your sides. Bringing yourself down onto your knees. So you might want to pop a blanket under your knees if you've got a bit of a hard floor. In fact, I'm going to do a little demo for you. So just make yourselves comfy for a moment. So I'm going to demonstrate something called Panchalasana, which is the gate pose. And the gate pose is great for us to deal with things that are unexpected, like the sound of my rendering guy. So I'll just show you what it looks like. Your hand onto a block. And we're going to work with Panchalasana gate pose. So if you want to use a block or something, you pop it down at the side of you. And we're going to do the right hand side first, so you can place it on your left side. When we work with poses like this, we're opening out the ribs. And you might have heard me say this before, because I do repeat myself a lot. The ribs are like a filing cabinet. And we store all our stuff in those intercostal muscles. So when you stretch out the rib cage and take that stretch through the side of the body, it can really help you to let go of things that you don't even realise there, but you know when you've worked with it because you feel a lot better. So come up to your high kneeling position, and you want to have your knees hip distance, pop your core muscles on, and we're going to extend the right leg out to the side. And you want to have your big toe in alignment with your knee, and if possible, your foot facing forwards. But if that's uncomfortable for you, You can take your foot out a little bit. You've got to make sure you're comfortable. You want your hips, so your pelvis and your hips level. Glutes on, lift core muscles so you feel steadiness. Breathe in, let your palms connect in front of your heart. Release the hands down, placing the right palm up in front of the navel. Take the left palm overhead, so both palms face one another. Breathe in as you lengthen, just like we just did. And then as you breathe out, come over into that sideways stretch. Let your right shoulder relax. Take a breath or two here. And then use your core muscles, use your breath as you lift up. Rotate the arms around. Let your left hand slowly lower down, either onto the mat or onto a block or a cushion. And first of all, stretch up so that right hand's lifted up towards the ceiling. And you've got your shoulder blades stacked. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, take that arm over into that diagonal stretch, and you're reaching through the fingertips and pressing down into that foot. Lovely. Let that arm come down, circle it all the way around. Use your core muscles as you lift up, and then place your right hand down onto your right thigh, onto your right leg. Lift your left arm up, and then go over into that C shape. So you've got a beautiful stretch, and you can let the elbow be really soft there. In your shape, just let your breath be steady and long. Parigrasana is the gate pose, and this opens the gateway of energy to flow up through your spine, creating that change, transformation. So we're in seat at the gate. Let that arm come down, lift up. Nice big breath, big expansion, and then bring your palms down onto the mat. Bring your leg in, bring your knees together, and come down into child pose. So tuck your head in and let your hands come back by your ankles. Your shoulders be really relaxed down there. Taking that breath into the sacrum, into your back, into your shoulders. When you're ready, begin to rise up. Back up into your high kneeling. Depending where you are on your mat, you might want to move across to extend your leg across, but I can't see your mat, so. Beautiful. To get yourself steady in that high kneeling position, pop your glutes on. Extend your left leg out to the side. Feel steady and anchored. So you've got your gate posts down. Lift your left palm up in front of the navel and take your right arm overhead. Lovely, moving with the breath, breathing in, lengthening. And breathe out, coming over into that sideways stretch. When you arrive there, just let your breath be steady along. We'll breathe in and out a few times. Lift up, circle the arms around. Let your right palm lower down onto the mat or onto your block, or you can make a little claw. Lift that arm, the left arm up above the body, reach up, looking up towards that hand. Space through the ribs on the left. Taking the arm over into that diagonal. And then let that arm circle around. Use core muscles, lift. Place your left hand onto your left thigh, let your right arm lift up. And then coming over into that beautiful C shape, drawing shoulder blades together. Circle around, lift up, big breath, and come down into your child pose. Taking your leg back behind, and coming down, tucking the head in, let your hands come back by your ankles. And just relaxing down there. And the body letting go. And then sliding your hands forwards, lifting up, coming up onto your hands and knees, separating your knees, and let your spine relax, so your tummy hangs loose. Breathe out. And then drawing up on your core muscles, drawing in on your glutes, and arching your back up towards the ceiling. So you're coming into Majorasana cat pose. And then we're going to move from the base of the spine through one vertebra at a time. Head's going to lift up. And then just begin to flow gently with that shape. Moving one vertebra at a time. As you arch your back, you breathe out. And as tummy lowers down towards the mat and the head comes up, you breathe in. And we're just going to work with that a few times, becoming anchored and grounded. Enjoying that flow of energy and awareness. Travel through the spine. Majorasana cat pose grounds us, it earths us, it brings us into a place of peace and balance. And then arriving into a place where you could just move your body and explore all the different joints and movements and just moving away. That's perfect for you. Stretching out. And then lower yourself back down into your child pose. Bring your hands back by your ankles, palms facing up. Tuck your head in. Sliding your hands forward once more, rising back up. And then bend your right elbow and feed your right arm through and lower your shoulder down onto the mat and the side of your head. So you're coming into that weaving cat. You're threading the needle. Just taking a few nice breaths down here. Press down into your right hand, lift back up. And you're going to bend the left elbow this time. Feeding your right arm through, lowering your head down. And lifting and repeating that again on the other side. So bend your right elbow, feed your left arm through. But this time, extend your right arm forward. So your palms, the arms stretched out in front. And in that shape, just allowing your breath to explore sides of the body. Draw your hand back in, lift back up, and repeat that again on the other side. So feed your right arm through, and then stretching that left arm forward. Drawing your hand back in when you're ready. And again, lower yourself back down into child's pose. This time, keep your arms stretched out in front. And then you're going to take both hands for a walk in one direction. Doesn't matter which one. And once you get into that goddess stretch, just pause. Bring your awareness towards your breath. Taking those long, slow, even breaths. And then you might find you can move a little bit more on that exhalation. But remembering not to force it, just to move with ease. And then walk your hands all the way over in the opposite direction. Same again, breathing in, breathing out. Pausing when you reach that space. And just moving a little bit more. Always knowing there's space. And then bring your hands back to the middle and palms come back by your ankles. Tuck your head in. Pause in your child's pose. Slide your hands forward once more and lower yourself down onto your tummy. And you want to have your legs completely relaxed, your big toes touching, and let your glutes completely relax, your legs completely relax, and slide your hands so your thumbs are in line with your eyes and your forehead is down. So we're going to come into Ardha Bhujanasana, the Sphinx pose. The body's completely and utterly relaxed. Breathe out. Gently engage your core muscles and feel as though a flow, a ripple of awareness of energy flowing along through your spine. Press your palms down into the mat, bring your elbows in underneath your shoulders. Separate your fingers and lift the head up so the chin is parallel to the floor. Draw your shoulder blades gently towards one another and arrive into that shape, feeling gentle compression in the lumbar part of the spine. And it's as though there's a thread attached to your sternum, and that thread is drawing you forwards. Pressing your fingertips down into the mat, feeling that gentle resistance. Now turning your head towards the right side. Let the head glide through the middle and turn your head towards the left. And just repeat that a few times. Maintaining that elegant composure of the Sphinx, the regal Sphinx. Back to that midpoint, and if you feel comfortable and safe and steady here, you can let the head drop down so it stretches out the muscles in the neck. The head back up. Let your elbows go out to the side, bring your torso down, your chest down, separate your feet, have your heels pointed in, toes pointed out. One arm rests on top of the other, place your forehead onto your forearms, and arrive into Makrasana, crocodile pose. And just feeling the whole of your spine relax here. All the pressure, weight is released from the spine. And this pose helps us again to let go, to feel the support of the ground, the earth. And as you breathe in, press your belly down towards the mat. Massage through the organs of the abdomen. And then bring your feet back together. So your toes come back together. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders and lift yourself back. Pose of a child, final time. Hands come back by the ankles. Tuck your head in. And stay here as long as you need to. Stay here as long as you need. When you rise up, let me know that you're here because I can't see any of you. I can see Joy. Oh, I can see Chloe. I can see Lindsay. Chloe's sister. We've had a visitor while you've been down there. Papa's come to say hello. Yoga dance. We're going to work with Tantra Namaskar, the salutation to the moon. And I was wondering if you wanted me to do a demonstration or not. If you do, put your hand up. And if you're not bothered, you do. Okay, so I'll do a little demo. So you make yourselves very, very comfortable. And I think Tantra Namaskar is one of our favourite sequences here in my yoga classes because it's such a gentle, therapeutic sequence of movements, and it really works to balance the water element within the body. And it's been, I mean, I follow astrology a little bit, and we've had quite a few eclipses over the past couple of weeks, and we're just coming towards the end of the eclipse season. And when we have eclipses, things come up, and it can be quite turbulent. And I know my life's been quite a bit unsettled, really. And we've got this yoga that helps us to lay stuff down, helps us to let go. And when we work with Tantra Namaskar, the salutation to the moon, it really tunes into that emotional part of us that we can get quite full, and it helps us to empty it all out. So that's my little description. Our bodies are like 60-70% water, so it helps to calm and soothe the blood, the plasma, the water, the liquids within the body. So I'm going to use, I've not got a block here today, so I'm just going to grab a couple of books. Pop my hand on too, because it's so important to make it easy for yourself, so your body can get into its It's the most perfect posture. So here we go. Well, so that's our Chandra Namaskar. And qualities of the moon, like intuition and formlessness, and tuning into our the way we move and flow. So there's not much emphasis on alignment in this pose. So you just make it work for you, and all your movements follow the breath. And when we work with this sequence, we start on the left side. So it's different to everything else we do in yoga, where we always start on the right, which is seen as the active, the more yang side of things. So we start on the right hand side. So if you bring your blocks or your books or your cushions and place them down on the right hand side. Sorry, the left hand side. It's all right, I mirror you and I get a little bit mixed up sometimes. And we'll start from high kneeling, because I know it's a bit easier but more comfortable for you. And start off by just getting really steady down through the knees. Pop your core muscles on, let your glutes engage, take your shoulders back. And just take a few breaths. Let your palms connect in front of your heart. And we're going to bring the left foot out in front. And you want to have your knee over your ankle and just feel quite steady here. And if you feel a bit wobbly, imagine that both legs are here and you're squeezing the thighs together, and that helps you to feel a bit more steady. So begin by breathing in, gently pressing palms together. Then turn your hands forward, breathe out and stretch the arms forward so you feel stretched through the back. Breathe in and open the arms up. So it's like you're opening out that heart center. Check you can see your hands out the corners of your eyes. And then just gently turn your shoulder blades and have your palms facing up so you've got a soft bend in your elbows. And this represents the crescent moon, the new moon. Breathe in, let your palms connect up above the crown of your head. And then breathe out, bringing the hands down. And this symbolizes us slicing through those illusions. So your palms are stretched out in front, that's it. Breathe in, open the arms again. And as you breathe out, turn the palms up. It's as though you're holding that moon in your hands. So we'll do it in 2 stages. So turn from the base of your spine, place your forearm onto your thigh, and then breathe in as you just lift that right arm up and look up towards that right arm so you feel the ribs opening again. And then just let your head glance down so you look down as if looking down to the earth. And then turn your head again as if you're looking to the horizon. So you're just looking that way. And then use your core muscles in your breath and come back to the starting position. So if you want to do that one again, you can. Or if you want to rotate and place your hands down either onto the floor or onto your block or onto your books, you can. So I've got my hand on some books today. You're going to breathe in, lift that right arm up, stacking your shoulder blades, looking up to the moon. Looking off into the cosmos, into infinity. Turning your head, looking down to the earth. And then turning your head again, looking towards the horizon. And what we're doing here is we're working with our throat chakra, which connects to the Swadhisthana at the hips. Now breathe in, use your core muscles, press down into your foot and lift back up. Lovely, let your palms connect up overhead. So bringing everything together, arms come down again, slicing through illusions, and then we draw our awareness to the heart. Now, depending on where you are on your mat, you can stretch your arms forward. I'm just going to turn, place your hands down. Great reverence. Then step back with your left foot, tuck your left toes underneath, and then step back with your right foot, and then let your hips drop down so you come into plank pose. And then softly place the body down onto the ground. So you can bring knees down, then chest, then chin, but just placing the body down with great care. Release the tops of your feet. Make sure the bottom part of your body is relaxed. Bring your thumbs to eye level, breathe out. And as you breathe in, rise up into that Sphinx pose. Bringing your elbows in underneath your shoulders, separating the fingers. Lifting chin so it's parallel to the floor. And just allow your breath to be steady, even and long. Once you arrive into that shape, just let your body relax there, letting go of any hold and any muscles, feeling the support of your arms, your elbows. Draw your shoulder blades back. And at your throat center, visualize that there is a bright white light in this space, and it's clearing and helping to create that beautiful openness in the throat. You can hear the sound of your breath, that gentle saha. And then turn your head so you're looking over your right shoulder. Bring your head back through the middle and turn your head to looking over the left shoulder. Bringing the head back to the center. Let your gaze move towards the space between your eyebrows. And in that space, allow that white light to move there. Tuning into your intuition, your clarity, your focus, guidance. And then take your elbows out to the side and come down into your crocodile pose once more. So separating the feet, heels in, toes pointed out. One arm on top of the other, forehead is onto your arms. In here, just let go. Allow your focus to be with your breath. Noticing that gentle expansion and relaxation as the body yields towards the earth. Force of gravity holding us here. Walk your feet back together. Gently step them back together. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders and lift yourself once more into your child's pose, taking your hands back by your ankles, tucking your head in, and just pausing here for a couple of breaths. Gently rising up, coming back to your high kneeling. Your palms connect and bring your right foot forward. So you're rising up now into your strength and power, that yang side, the right side, the solar side. Breathe in, pressing palms together. Breathe out, turn hands forward and extend the arms forward. That light moves from the heart. Breathe in and open the arms wide. Breathe out, palms turn uppermost. Remembering your core muscles, that strength and steadiness in the hips. Breathe in, bring your palms together overhead. And breathe out, keeping your arms straight. Arms come down, that's it. Breathe in, opening up. And breathe out. Then turn now towards the right side. Place your right forearm onto your right thigh. Lift up. Look up towards your left hand. Look down towards the ground, the earth. Feel steady and grounded. And then let your head turn as if you're looking towards the horizon. All muscles engage and you come back to the front. And then if you want to repeat that same one, you can do. If you want to bring your right hand down and place it onto your book or your block, you can. And then lift the left arm up, looking up towards the left. So looking up towards the sun, the moon. We're looking to the moon, aren't we? The moon, the stars, and up in that sky, you visualize the night sky and see a still point there, the Drew star, the North Star. Look down towards the earth. And then letting your head look towards the horizon. Refresh your core muscles, press down into your foot. And arrive back into that place of stillness and steadiness. Palms facing up. And then we complete by bringing both sides together. Palms up overhead. Hands come down in front of the heart. And then you guide that strength, that intuition, that steadiness to your heart. Knees come down and you sink down, and you can either come into whatever seated position suits you best. Release your hands down and just close your eyes for a few moments. Bathing in that place of peace. With your eyes closed, allow yourself to see the evening sky. See the crescent moon, cradled in an indigo sky. The first evening stars appear. Just allow yourself to be still, to be steady. With awareness to be with your breath. Following the inhalation and the exhalation. And bringing your palms together and then unite at the heart. Feeling whole and complete. And then let yourself come down onto your mat. Get your blankets and cushions and get ready for a lovely shavasana. Relaxation. Finding your way down to the ground. And gently stretching the legs away from the body, stretching the arms away from the body. Allowing your focus and awareness to come towards your breath. Not doing anything with the breath, not holding it, not extending it, just allowing it to be received and released. Breathing in and just gently tightening the muscles in the feet, scrunching your toes, but very gently. And taking a breath in, and as you breathe out, stretching the toes, stretching the soles of the feet. Breathing in and just gently tightening the calf muscles. And breathe out and let go. In the quads, breathing into them and breathe out. In the right glute, breathe out, and then the left. In pelvic floor, breathing in and breathing out and softening. Drawing the lower abdominals back towards the spine. Tummy button draws in towards the spine, breathing in. And softening, letting go as you breathe out. It's the sacrum down towards the mat. Just massaging that part of the body. And breathe out, let go. Feel the body descending into a place of stillness. You're softening and dropping into a soft cloud. And you feel held and supported. Gently tighten the muscles in the arms. And breathe out and feel the support of the ground. Take a deep breath into the lungs now. Allow the lungs to inflate. Taking that breath all the way down into the bottom of the ribs. And breathe out, soften. Head turn to the left side and the right side. Let your head come back to the center. Scrunch up your eyes, furrow the brow, move the jaw. And then just take a few long, slow breaths, really focusing on your exhalation. And with each exhalation you take, invite the body to descend further still into a place of deep relaxation. Allowing your awareness to come back to your feet. And we're going to use the breath, we're going to use the exhalation to soften and soothe the feet. So take a breath in, bringing your awareness towards your feet. And as you breathe out, feet soften and relax. Bring awareness into your shins and your calves. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, shins and calves relax and soften. Into the knees. The strong muscles in the legs, the thighs, the bones in the thighs. Breathe out. Hips and pelvis. As your awareness arrives here, feel it softening and soothing. Breathe it in and breathe out, let go. Softening the belly, the abdomen. And feel that softness moving through your body. Qualities of the moon, softness, flow. Arms and hands soften. Breathe out and let them soften a bit more. Softness fills the chest, the lungs, the heart, the organs within your body. Benefiting from that. Switch into your parasympathetic nervous system, your relaxation response. Breathe out. And then your face, your forehead, your hands, your cheeks, your smile. And as you breathe out now, just allow the body, invite the body, the mind, emotions, all parts of you, to spend a few moments just resting here, in this place of stillness, sanctuary, serenity. Then becoming aware of the whole of your body once more. Taking a deep breath in and hearing the sound of that nourishing breath. Breathe out and just begin to let the body move. Just invite the body to start moving your fingers, your toes, adjusting the face, feeling the ground underneath you. And in your mind's eye, allow yourself to see the brightest light. It can be the brightness of the sun, that radiant light, or some other light. And we're going to use it to nourish and reawaken the body. We're going to fill the body with fresh energy and vitality. And it begins by pouring down over the length of the body, down through the spinal column, down through the central column of the body, breathing it through you, through those energy pathways, the nadis. And it flows down through the heart and down into your arms and into your hands and fingers. Just start moving your fingers, pressing the sacrum down into the mat, taking a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you might want to bring your knees in towards your chest. You might want to stretch the toes. And then turn yourself over onto one side, whichever side suits you best this morning. Letting the whole body reset, re-energized, feeling revitalized, and just feeling really good in your physical body, in your mind, body's energy system, filled with vitality. Pressing your palms down into the mat and let yourself come back into your seated position. And bring your hands together, rub your hands together. And then when your hands feel nice and warm, place your palms over your eyes. Bring your eyes into your palms. Separate your fingers, let the light travel in. Keep your forehead and tapping your cheeks. Your jaw. Yourself dust off. The other side is two. And let your arms lift up, let your palms connect. And bring your hands down towards your heart. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings be at peace. I do hope that you enjoyed this morning's yoga class. I created it just for you. So have a lovely, lovely day. And I will see you again next week for some more lovely drill.
Thank you, Kelly. That was lovely. Thanks very much. Just what we needed. Thank you.
So,
See you next time. Bye.
see you later. Bye-bye, Chloe. And
Bye. Thanks, Kelly. Cheers.
Hello. Listening to the body's wisdom, moving through cycles, feeling full of energy, using it up and feeling source of good. It's quite an experience for me. You always have found this energy. This morning, I listened